We are visitors at the home of Marcus Miro, the brilliant new film director. What would you like to say to the film community?
I can't wait to make my second movie.
As the youngest director to win both the Emmy and Oscar in the same year, what is the source of your inspiration?
We didn't want to copy Indiana Jones, so me and my dad worked it out and made Idaho Drew.
So your dad is a major inspiration.
Yes.
And your mother as well?
Sure, she helped me out a little. She's the editor of the script.
Your films demonstrate a command of numerous genres, such as epic westerns, thought-provoking science fiction, and musicals, such as Matilda Dances for the Heck of It. The Old West as it really was.
Stop, Paul! Stop! Stop! When you pull a gun, kill a man.
And the awe-inspiring sci-fi epic, Social Security. What is it really?
It's the end of everything. What do you mean?
It is truly amazing that you have produced hits in nearly all film genres. One can only wonder what is next. Where do you get your ideas for films?
With the comics.
We've heard that your primary film inspiration has been George Lucas. Is that true?
I love George Lucas's films.
What are some of your upcoming films that we, as the general public, can look forward to?
The Temple of Soup, coming this Christmas, and the Last Arcade.
Just in time for the Oscar nomination.
Yes.
Is it true that your new friend Tom Cruise is encouraging you to study Scientology? Can we get a yes or no on that? How do you feel about cashing in on Marcus's fame and fortune?
I think it's wonderful.
The next Marcus film hit?
Temple of Soup. I've had a short preview of that, and I think the public is going to be extremely pleased with that film. But so far, nobody's done the definitive film, and if anyone can, I know Marcus can. Okay.
Okay, babe.
What's the best thing about being supported by such a talented child director?
The nice part about it is having the guest house in the back. I think you can see it from here, but if you go down the hallway and then to the left and then back to the right, we're next to the putting green.
Is there some sort of conflict? Why don't you and your wife live in the main house?
There's no conflict. We like our own space, and we have to let him live his own life, and we're lucky to be able to just be a part and be that close to him.
What are your ambitions for your son?
As just, an Emmy and Oscar, which are, okay, he should really go after probably some work on Broadway. A Grammy would be also nice, too. He could probably even do some orchestrated work for other films also. Perhaps
the Nobel Prize?
He is only 10. So we have to look at it and say pace himself a little bit, so it's not, not burned out by the time he's 13.
He is one of the youngest members of the Concord Film School.
Well, being one of the founders is pretty good, and it gives a lot of stress to someone like that, and that kind of goes back to his dependency on processed sugar. But I think we've kind of nipped that in the bud, and I think he'll be able to recover from that. And
not only is he a founder of the Concord Film School, but he teaches there as well. Doesn't that make you a little proud?
Well, yeah, sure, it makes me proud. I mean, we've got many people from 18, and above that are learning from him, which is great.
Do you feel you've contributed to his artistic success and creativity?
Had a little bit. It's mostly a lot of his ideas.
Most people in the film community would say you're tremendously modest.
Yeah, I might be.
You are a unique human being. What has been the influence of this young director on your generation?
Well, I think he's an amazing director. I think that at 10 years old, it's quite the miracle.
Does your generation, the X generation, talk about Marcus as a cultural phenomenon? Do they admire his work?
Oh, absolutely. I think we're disappointed as a generation because we don't have him in our generation, the X generation. He's a little bit younger.
What would you call him? The XY generation? The W generation? The double O generation? What?
I think that there's something to say about those last letters of the alphabet. And I cannot wait for Temple of Soup. Have you guys talked about that? It's awesome. It's going to be amazing. I mean, George Lucas, look out.
Are you proud to be the brother of such a famous film director?
Yeah.
Do you like living in this multi-million-dollar mansion behind you?
Yes.
What creative achievements do you want to make when you grow up?
I want to be a dentist.
Do you think you're a better director than your brother?
No.
And honey, let me tell you, he is the talk of the town. When you make a lot of money and all of a sudden, whoosh, it's right in your face.
Do you often drink at these interviews?
Marcus has taught me how to drink these kinds of things and enjoy it without the sugar.
So you shared his addiction at one time.
Oh, yes.
You're equally proud, I assume, of his achievements at such an early age.
I'll tell you, Harrison Ford was in town about 2 weeks ago, but he had seen Marcus's production, and he was quite taken aback. But I mean, you look at some of these young Alfalfa, all the little rascal kids. They started when they were like teeny tiny, and they still never achieved in their lifetime what Marcus has achieved just in his 10 years.
What sort of advice would you give your client for the future?
And make sure we always get free tickets to his premiere. The money so the rest of us don't ever have to work.
You're a remarkable woman in a cutthroat industry. The Betty Ford Rehab Clinic has cured you of SD, sugar dependency. Will your recovery hurt your famous creativity?
No, I don't know.
You've shown a great deal of courage, exposing your lifelong struggle against processed sugar addiction. We all thank you.
You're welcome.